How's event clear going? Okay, hold on. I will show all. All right. So in between the streams and all that, I did the mirror dungeon a few times. A bunch of times actually. I think I posted this in Discord actually. But I got the event ID. I got the oh my god. I got this fella and this fella. And ever since I got them, I've been clearing mirror dungeons fairly easily, I think. Like it has not been too difficult. It's been a pretty good time. And as for the events, I actually, because of the, additional currency from him and from her, actually, the 20%. I had her beforehand, but I just didn't realize I had her. I've been getting extra currency, so far I only spent it on a few boxes and mostly like the tickets and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that like I'll be able to get a lot more stuff now that I have these units and I'm going to be clearing the story, right? Because you get way more currency from the story than like mirror dungeons. It's kind of crazy. Like per run, I was getting, I think, 160 through the mirror dungeon, which kind of pales in comparison to like doing some story segments, right? In terms of like time investment and, like it is a lot easier to clear a bunch of like story missions and stuff to get the currency that way. To the point where I'm a little bit sad that a part of me thinks that maybe I should have just grinded mirror dungeons a bunch to get the currency to get both of these characters and then do the story missions that I skipped over last time. And yeah, because of also the support Marisol, I get like another extra bonus. MD event rewards are good on hard mode. Oh damn. See, but like also mirror dungeons take me a long time, I feel like. Like it usually takes me definitely 30 plus minutes. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but like for me, mirror dungeons don't go very quickly at all. Like, I feel like they're not super difficult, but they take a while still. Yeah, for sure. I think the first time that I did mirror dungeons, they definitely took me like over an hour. But I mean, most of that time is due to the animations. I like the animations themselves, but looking at them over and over again is kind of annoying. So I just basically I start a fight, I start my turn, and then I just tab out for like a couple of minutes, or like for like a minute, yeah, and then I come back. And also, yeah, Ryoshu takes a while. I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. Man, a lot, dude. I feel like so much happened. Okay, let me do a small recap for myself. Hello. Very awkward question, but what even is your main channel called? I forgot. Fuck. Oh no. It's Nico9FGC, I think, is the full at. Yeah, Nico like _9 is just like the username, and then the @ is the full thing. Yeah, like spelled out. Yeah, that's my Twitch username, and that's my username on the first channel. I think. Actually, I don't remember. Wait, hold on. Yes, it is my @ on the yeah. But the like the display name is Nico _9. Yeah. But like my main channel is fighting game stuff, so it's quite different. And also I don't upload like I don't stream on there. I just upload videos. I only stream fighting games on Twitch. Okay. Let me refresh myself on what the fuck happened. Okay. We are in double check K Corp. Correct. Okay. The green region. The very, very green region. We saw abnormalities where they should not be. There was blue goo. There. We are, I guess, hired by the weirdo scientist fella that has a connection to Yusang. Terrorism, yes, okay. I remember. She got fucking killed. I remember that. Weird random person. Not random, I'm sure, but... Okay. It's coming back to me. Oh yeah, this was an interesting little bit. It feels almost... I'm not gonna say disconnected from the rest of the Canto, but it feels very like... That was a very serene moment. That was like a... This almost felt like an interlude to me. Okay. I remember everything now. This is a fight! I could have fucking done this... Oh my god. I could have done this... Okay, my bad. I could have done this in my own time. Whoops. Doesn't really matter, I suppose, because I'm not using him. Okay. Do you fuck with Blast Blue? Unfortunately not. It's okay. I've like played it a few times. I've tried Cross Tag as well. And it's whatever. I didn't get like far in trying it. What the fuck is happening? Sorry, for a second the sounds were like so... Is it louder or am I imagining it? I feel like it's louder than it was before. Yeah, I still have a bunch of boxes to get. I think I'll be able to get like another ID if I want. I'm sure that like before the end of the season I'll get somebody else, at least one other person, maybe more. But yeah, on my main channel I mainly play Strive. I like Melty Blood, the old one. And that's mostly it. But I've tried like a bunch of different fighting games. Oh, those boxes, yeah. Yeah, I definitely have enough. I think it's worth getting stocked up on those just for the sake of streams and not like having to wait additional time.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
White.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
I take back what I said about you being spineless wimps. I'm surprised you didn't run away while we were scrapping. You're so dead now. A bunch of book-smart sods who think using things others made is a talent. Fair point. Which is why we... What the fuck? Which is why we brought something new from the Lobotomy Corp branch. This makes me think of Shaman King a little bit. Hi Genmo. I'm doing alright. Hope you're alright as well. I'm finally past my procrastination stage. I'm actually back on, like, doing stuff. Finally. Isn't something off about this? Was ego something you could keep on all the time and use whenever like that? Because I didn't know you could do that. We all know ego isn't some kind of magic tool. It's a lot of work, just keeping my sanity from tumbling over. Guys, didn't someone say that these people all used to be lab workers? How is it possible for them to use ego better than we do? This is not a matter of proficiency in battle. They must have employed some other trick. There's one possibility in mind. If they reduced abnormalities to an ovate form and figured out a way to materialize their egos the way Lobotomy Corporation did. In other words, repeatedly researched the conditions of corrosion and trained themselves to repress it, utilizing the Quilifoth? Deterrence. Emitted by the golden bow. Quilifoth deterrence. Maybe. Perhaps. It could be possible to use ego well without being affected by corrosion even after a short period. But they're using our tools, compressed and repressed into general utility. Does that mean Lobotomy Corporation did the same? Yes. Rather than fixers, regular employees were given the ego to work with. Of course, what we have right now isn't as refined as what the wing used to have. Okay, hold on. If you're saying they can do that with the help of the Golden Bow's deterrence power, that means it's nearby. Must be. Along with Dongbaek, who has it in her hands. I cannot help but question the security of this facility. The leader of the terrorists is freely roaming in your building, and not once has her presence been reported. As much as I'd like to object, I don't have much to say. I didn't expect them to break in so easily. The Technology Liberation Alliance is formed by former researchers of renowned firms, after all. That sounds like they're the good guys, though. Does that not? It sounds like they're disgruntled by, like... Because obviously, if you're researching, you're funded by somebody. It seems like they're very fed up with... I don't know why I'm like, you know... drawn to sympathizing with the terrorists, I guess, but like, you know what I mean? That makes it sound like they have a legitimate cause, no? Like they're not just crazy people. I see, so they were villains of bright minds. But I must wonder, can individuals of bright minds turn to villainy? What a bewildering conundrum. Ugh. Don't let them fascinate you. If they were so wise, they wouldn't have quit their enviable jobs at large firms for a terrorist organization in the first place. That is bad logic. It's literally like, well, they're getting paid well and they have a cushy life, so why would they have like principles that would make them go against that, right? Like that's... I mean, I'm not surprised that this guy's saying this. He would be the type of guy to say this. And like, it's understandable, right? But at the same time, I find that line of logic, like, unconvincing, right? Mhm. Maybe it wasn't the life they wanted. Oh my god, you're so right. I thought there would be more to that dialogue. Hello? I feel like I need a replacement for my hard drive. Look how long this shit takes to load. My computer is kind of dying, I think.
선택받았으니까
Not like for real, but
그렇겠죠?
I definitely feel the slowdown sometimes. I'll be editing a video and then that shit is just my computer just starts behaving like it's running on fucking Windows 98. Oops. You know what's funny? I still have not read what my Hisang does. I have not read a single skill of his. I actually haven't. I've just been like, wow, this is a pretty flower looking thing. Cool. I forgot to read it. Like after every time I did the mirror dungeon, I was like, man, I should really like sit down and actually read what he does. And then I just kind of don't.
목을 내놓으시죠.
I'll do it after this one for sure. After stream. Trust me. I really wish I could automatically like equip a support. Unless there is a way that I don't know about.
주소에 게시할게요. 곤란하네요.
This is troubling. I don't mind other locations, but if that place were to be attacked, it'll cause a major setback. So Dongrang, you have an urgent call from Director Alfonso. Oh boy, she's about to give me a talking to. Can't you take the call for me, Samjo? I already have been, but her patience is nearing its limit. Oh well, I'm not getting away from this. Pardon me for a second. While Dongrang was away, we spotted an employee who hadn't evacuated across the hallway, nervously wandering. Watch closely as an executive manager. If you see a lackey snooping around like that in the middle of danger, it most likely means you've found someone with useful information. It would be wise to make good use of them. It is kind of scary how Dante is exposed. You know? Like somebody could do like a sneak attack and Dante could just die and then like nobody can revive anybody, you know? I wonder if that'll change somehow. Hey, we're agents from a subcontracting firm here to deal with this commotion. What's going on? I've been looking for Miss Shren, but I can't find her anywhere. I need to tell her to evacuate. Alright, we'll find her. You evacuate first. Oh. I'm pragmatic, but fucked up. While the terrorist informant has been removed, the staff is still in a muddle and her computer is left on. We're in complete tactical advantage. It didn't even cost us any strength. The computer Shren used, its password was Miss Yu Ran, right? Ran. We were told she was in close relations with Ran, exchanging lots of messages. If we're lucky, we might find a pending email or some other clue on her computer. It should hopefully give us some insight into the Technology Liberation Alliance too. You're quick to understand. That was very much expected of my executive manager. Alright, good. The problem... Otis is so I hate her so much, but I don't know, like she's such a character. She's like the opposite of what I like, man. I don't know. She has this like worship of authority or, you know, hierarchy or something. But she hates everybody. Like it's, I don't know. All right, good. The problem is how we're going to sneak into the office, who on our team is going to walk in there bold-faced and get it done without rousing suspicion. Well, the guy with the fire clock on his head, of course. If I had to choose a sinner who can keep a still face and avoid suspicion, you know, arguably, this is worse. Dante would be less suspicious than fucking her. Give this humble knight one more chance and I shall succeed. Marisol, you think you can handle it? As long as you command. Okay. Fair enough. Oh. What the fuck? Sloshing. Red sheet. Hmm. Okay.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지. 오라를 돌아가기 싫다면
I have way too many tabs open. Oh god. Honestly, at this point, I'm more interested in the Liberation Alliance than Yi Sang's backstory. Mostly because we haven't seen too much of it, but I'm sure we'll get both.
불길 속으로. We had a victory. Does the story... Okay, that's a dumb question. I was gonna say, does the story ever get hard? But I've already been told that like some of the bosses and some of the missions that I kind of breeze through because the units I have are supposed to be a lot more difficult. So I guess I'm just getting carried right now by the team that I have. Pretty nice. I feel like at the pace I'm going, where I'm upgrading and like getting new IDs and everything, I feel like I'll just never run into trouble. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll start running into trouble like Canto fucking 9 or something, Canto 8. I see. But yeah, maybe I'll just breeze through most of it. There was one message in Sren's mailbox that was deemed worth reading. The environment did not permit me to print it out, so I memorized the mail's contents. I hope you're doing well, Miss Sren. Open parentheses, star, tier, swung dash, caret, closed parentheses. Understood. I will then dispense with punctuation marks that do not appear important. I've been trying to figure out if what you said was really true, but that sucker is making it hard. I've been promoted to team manager too, but I wasn't let in, just because I didn't win that silly best award. And he's now recruited collaborators from the outside, probably to help with whatever he's plotting. I heard they're from a newly found company, and I haven't checked what kind of people they are yet. I bet they're all haughty and arrogant, just like their client. Still, the plan will proceed as intended. We've succeeded and returned to a glorious past. Ah, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
God damn it. Okay, never mind. They're the Unabomber. Fuck. And here I thought that I would be able to empathize with the terrorist cause. They're anarcho-primitivists. To tell you the truth, my most dazzling memory was when I first met you after joining the company. Maybe not, I don't know, I'm just extrapolating. But our goal is more ambitious than that. So let's promise to meet again there. In a past where no technologies existed, allowing everything that existed to shine brighter. Fuck. Okay, maybe they are. Maybe they are actually anarcho-primitivists, bro. Oh no. God damn it, okay. There, chickens will freely fly over the meadows, their wings uncut. When a person loses their arm, we'll comfort them and learn how to live together even if an arm is missing. We may not be able to enjoy the sumptuous feasts or conveniences of modern civilization, and we won't have nearly as many resources at our disposal. In that vastness, we'll be free to walk all day. Oh, I'm planning to bring fixers from outside for the plan. My juniors have gotten too used to the ampules. If rapid development can only be achieved by means that cause pain and suffering to people, then I'm willing to give up on all the prosperity it brings. That's all I have to say for now. Yours in haste. No, I think that's important. There's the possibility that it may have been a sequence or cipher, so I deemed it reasonable to read it out and let the manager determine its significance rather than mull over whether I should dispense with it and discount the possibility that it may be necessary information. Good work. How ironic. I guess it's fortunate for her that she didn't get to see Liberation Alliance members murdering researchers without mercy. She probably believed she was working for a noble cause to end violence until the end of her life. But I agree. It was probably best for her that she died holding onto that belief. I wonder how... My intuition tells me that, like, if you're a researcher or if you're like a scientist or whatever, you're probably not going to be anti-technology. That's just, I don't think that's just going to happen. That's what my, like, intuition tells me. Obviously, I don't know, but it feels like a person that's closer to the field would have a more nuanced view of it, you know? But who's to say? It all depends. I feel like people are usually pushed to extremism mostly through, like, unfortunate circumstance. So maybe rational thinking wasn't really in the picture. I just feel like I see the take of, like, you know, fuck modernity, return to monkey, return to caves. We need to abandon this and that, whatever. Mostly coming from people that are not very well studied, I guess. Like, it's a very blanket solution to a very complicated problem, you know what I mean? Yes, of course. I don't know. I've just been thinking about that kind of stuff because of the internet mostly. Like the idea that the internet is ruining our ability to, you know, be humans and have authentic connections to each other and stuff. With I don't know if you've heard, the UK is like doing a ban for like adolescents to use the internet. And it feels so like the idea behind it makes sense, but the law itself is kind of stupid, you know? So I've been thinking about that a little bit. Hello, hello. I did my best to ignore the fierce glare at my clock from below. What the Crisis? That's literally the guy from Crisis. I don't remember what that game looked like, actually. Never mind. That was from like a decade ago. That's an old-ass game. The guy definitely looks very familiar, though. Huh. I noticed a group of staff walking this way carrying an imposing aura. Point against the internet? I'm fucking brain rotted right now, dude. I can't, like, oh my god. I fucking love the word aura. I'm sorry, I do. I do. And I giggle every time I see it. Unlike any other K-Corp employee we've met. You must be K-Corp staff, eh? I saw some researchers that haven't evacuated over there. He just stood there. Aura farming. They ignored our, or Gregor's rather, words and proceeded upstairs. They aren't here to rescue anyone. Their role is eliminating intruders and keeping classified technologies secure. Fair. The pacing of this Canto seems so much better when you can skip 20 filler levels in between the story bits. True. I would be pretty annoyed, I'm not gonna lie. Having to like grind through the multiple levels and stuff. I feel like having short like intermissions of like a little bit of story, like one fight, you know? Story fight, like that's a lot better, yeah. Rescuing is left to Class 1 staff. Is Class 1 not the highest level an employee can reach? Precisely, like grade 1 is for fixers. Verily, 'tis no wonder that they are the noblest. Sorry, in the nest, Class 1 is the lowest level, and higher numbers indicate better ranks. Even still, none can be too lordly or lowly to save lives. So how can the roles be divided? Bigger is better for numbers and riches alike, isn't that right? Not always. This guy doesn't play golf. The conversation's dragged on a bit, but there's nothing to worry about. I've acquired the permission. Permission for what? Normally, it seems to require a bunch of paperwork as well, but since we're in an emergency, let's skip the procedures that we can. Should be fine, right, Samjo? It could be managed with 3 days and a half of working on the report overtime? What? The problem already began when you brought them to your lab without any report. He's gonna kill us! He's gonna kill us! He's gonna blow us up. He's gonna liquidate us, literally. It would seem that Dongbaek has headed that way. The screening room. The security procedures for entering that place can be extremely convoluted. Okay, never mind, I'm just paranoid. I was like, this motherfucker is about to kill us all. Screening room? The name doesn't give a very clear idea of what it's about. It's for screening, obviously, come on. It's at the very top of the building. There are 2 ways to make something inaccessible. Put it underground or at the highest point. I guess. The score for this Canto is so heavily like fucking cyberpunk, you know, synthwave, like, you know. It's like one beat away from being on Hotline Miami or something. I like it though. I used to listen to that kind of stuff all the time when I was some age. I don't remember. Whenever Hotline came out, honestly. I played a lot of that game. I'm pretty sure like 90% of my early music sounded like Hotline Miami tracks because I just wanted to replicate it so bad. Well, I'm still young. I can't say when I was young. I'm still young. 25 is young. That's not old. When I was younger, but like young, you know, it's too broad, okay? When I was but a young lad. Also, thank you. The first impressions video was a little bit off the cuff. I was not, you know, I should have probably scripted it better. I think that if I make like impressions videos or reviews or anything like that of Cantos, I'll probably prepare a little bit more. Because I'll want to have like a more concrete point to them. Yunk. Yeah, Hotline Miami was sick as hell. I played the first one young enough that it didn't give me nightmares, but like playing it when you're home alone and it's dark out, playing the first game with the like psychedelic and like the VHS kind of filters and everything, and the bloody sprites and everything. Like that game unnerved me a lot. And I didn't, you know, even as a kid, I feel like I wasn't really afraid of like horror games or horror movies or anything like that, but things that are kind of unnerving or uncanny or like weird definitely got to me. Still do. That's still my preferred way to get scared, you know? I really don't like stuff like FNAF and all that. Like jump scares just annoy me a lot. But I like stuff that's kind of more psychological, I guess. And Hotline Miami was actually kind of freaky. If I played it for the first time now, I probably wouldn't have the same reaction, but still, it was a cool vibe. And it transformed the music taste of my teenage self drastically. So.
아까 보셨을 수도 있겠지만 마리르라는 저입니다. 사실 예전에 비사 면접에서 마주친 적이 있습니다.
Darkwood? Hold on, let me Google. I think I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it, actually. That seems like it could be interesting, yeah. I just don't typically... I like horror-themed stuff sometimes. Because it's, you know, it's interesting. I like stuff that's edgy, you know? I'm a big fan of edgy stuff, so I think that's the main appeal to me. I could see myself checking it out. I have a couple of indie games that are sort of horror adjacent that I'm looking forward to. Might even stream. Oh, dude, that would be kind of cool to stream, actually. Maybe I should. But I feel like that would take away from... I don't know. I'll think about it. As you might have seen earlier, that's... Nope.
아까 보셨을 수도 있겠지만 마리르라는 저입니다.
Maril. Okay, whatever. That's Maril. And Maril. In fact, I met him once at a job interview for B Corp once. Outer Wilds? I wouldn't say Outer Wilds is a... I got spoiled on it. Like, I've seen a playthrough of it. It doesn't seem like a horror game. It has a scary element to it. Actually, one of my favorite games that is kind of spooky is Subnautica. It's not a horror game at all, but I really enjoy the tension that it has, you know? I like that it's like, it really makes you feel like, oh shit, I'm exploring this, like, the deep and, you know, I feel like it does a much better job of conveying horror through the gameplay than most horror games, ironically enough. Because a lot of horror games, you're killing zombies, you know what I mean? Like you're just kind of killing these weird monsters, right? Or you're running from them. Okay, whatever, right? But like in Subnautica, the gameplay conveys horror, even though it's not a horror game, you know? So I really like that game. I'm probably going to stream it when it releases in full. For right now, I'm just avoiding spoilers. But yeah. Refunded Outer Wilds because it was too... That's crazy. Subnautica helped me beat my fear of open dark water. That's actually cool. Like digital exposure therapy. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I was not as scared of Subnautica as other people were, but I still feared deep water a lot. You know, I've been to the beach, I've swam in a like, not in an ocean, right? But like, you know. But if I ever went into water where I could not touch my feet to the ground, like even if I submerged myself in water, like by a lot, like the ground has to be at least like, it has to be as tall as me, right? I have to, like, if I submerge my water or my head underwater fully, I should be able to touch my feet at least. If it goes further than that, bro, I have a feeling that a giant fucking octopus is gonna drag me to the depths into the fucking underworld. Like, I don't know. It's pretty scary to me. Also, no, I have not heard of those things. I don't know how to pronounce either of them. Sorry. Also, yeah, the Limbus spoilers. Close your ears if you haven't heard what spoiler I got spoiled on. But it was a spoiler for apparently Canto 5, where we find out that Dante has a golden bow in his, in their head, in the clock. Yeah, that's it. So I know it's not like a huge spoiler. Also, knowing it, I looked at the loading screen of like when you load up the game where Dante is looking at the star, right? This like, you know, swirling kind of image, you know. You can see it. It's very distinctly there. And I'm like, how the fuck did I not see it before? Like, it looks so obviously, because I thought that it was like, oh, that's just like, yeah, it's so visible. I just like, you know, after seeing that spoiler, I was like, what the, how did I not notice that? Yeah. Rain World, I've tried Rain World one time, a long time ago, but I didn't vibe with it. I kind of never, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. Just didn't vibe with it. But I've heard it's really good. Maybe I'll give it a second chance at some point. Okay, sorry. Stalling. Really? Samjo, you applied for B Corp too? Of course. K Corp was my primary choice. A man of mediocrity like me has to send an application to every wing in hopes that one will accept it. I mean, it's not mediocre, it's just strategy. Thank you. There were corpses around Merrill, whatever. Merrill. Appalling, couldn't even begin to describe their state. Oh dear, pardon me, I need to use the restroom. Samjo turned pale and ran, covering his mouth with a hand. Our researchers couldn't have been able to fight back at all. K-Corp's employees didn't seem to have a problem with bludgeoning my colleagues who didn't so much as swing a fist either. We're looking for your boss. Where is she? What I want to know is how you're still alive. Oh, you mean those galling murder machines? They weren't anything we couldn't deal with. The bomb did hurt a bit, though. No, that bomb wasn't meant for annihilation. It was a means. There's been an unexpected variable to Ran and Shren's plan. What are you? Even if you were to return to an age without technology, you won't find the peace you seek. Once accustomed to the luxury brought by technology, people won't be able to withstand life in the past. Think of the time when trips to the back streets were trending among the rich. They only used the experience to take another look at their own lives and be thankful for everything they have. Hardly any would live in a less opulent era given the opportunity. She's so based. She's actually so based. Listen, every cottagecore person that wants to live in a fucking farm. If you were a peasant in the medieval times, you would not. There's unironically a myth going around online that like the medieval peasants that farmed their food worked less than like a person at a corporate job in an office. Motherfucker, you don't even do work at an office job. Those people were like out there in the fucking sun the entire day doing hard labor. And if they didn't do it, they would starve to death. Like, dude, they were doing work all the time. Their life was work, you know? Like, their entire life was them working. You have the luxury of wishing that your life was like halfway work and halfway like hobbies and shit. The fact that you're even able to do something other than work is like so much better than what they had back then. It's crazy. It's crazy. Not to say like the, you know, the modern world is perfect and everything's great. People are like depressed and killing themselves, you know, like it, you know, it's not fantastic exactly, but like the problems of today, materially speaking, are so minuscule compared to before. Even if we look at like a decade back, like people are, you know, I remember, okay, this is gonna get a little personal, okay? I live in Estonia, I live close to Russia. When Russia invaded Ukraine, I saw people who were like, oh my God, the third world war is gonna happen. And oh my God, we just lived through an epidemic and COVID and all that. Like people were talking about that stuff. And don't get me wrong, that's a lot of stuff to deal with, right? But a lot of people were acting as though that's the first time that humans lived through so much shit happening. And that's just not true. Like your like grandparents probably lived through wars, right? Like people lived through the Great War, and then right after it was the Second World War. You know what I mean? Like crazy shit has been happening all throughout history. And if you lived in those times, it would suck as well, right? So I don't know. This is I love Faust now, okay? She's the GOAT. I don't know. I think people just have a tendency to idealize the past or like simplify it, right? Because life is complicated and it's nice to imagine a life that is simpler, right? The black and green does go hard. I mean, black goes hard with like every color though. My forever favorite is black and red. I love Shadow the Hedgehog. It's a good color. And I don't like talkative people. Not fond of explaining things to you either. I mean, black and green is good. Monster Energy branding. I'm not the talkative sort. I'm not gonna. Okay, listen. Don't tell them this, okay? But if Monster Energy ever reaches out to me, I will fucking like. I will change the branding of all of my social media to be black and green, and I will tattoo the fucking thing on my, like, dude, I swear to God, I swear on everything I have. Genuinely, consider me, if I keep streaming and I like want to do this full time and all that stuff, whatever, consider me having made it if I ever secure like a sponsorship like that, okay? If I ever have a sponsorship of like some shit that I, you know, drink on a regular basis. That's it. I've made it. That's the dream. I'll sell out. I'll chill. I don't care. You seem really passionate about Monster Energy. I am. I like it. I like it. I like it. I am also broke, true. Honestly, they don't even have to. They could pay me in cans of Monster Energy. They could send me like bulk fucking shipments, and I would accept that. I will work for food. Never seen Monster sponsorship on YouTube or Twitch. I think I've seen something. I mean, dude, Lord Knight recently got sponsored by White Claw. I'll take that sponsorship too. Don't get me wrong. I say as though I have a chance. Yeah. I just have to pester them enough. Surely if I email them every day, eventually they'll have to answer. Sorry, I yap so much during these. I just get carried away. Sorry. I'm not the talkative sort, and I don't require explanations in any field. I was simply curious to know the difference in perspectives. None of us take warp trains. We don't eat the meat the city has to offer either. When you know the truth, you wouldn't even consider something as shallow as backstreet trips. The elders in my family, who must know even greater things than I do, didn't have any problem using them though. The masses are ignorant. They won't believe it even if you show it before their eyes. Or shove it. And this is your conclusion? Get rid of everything and make them live in that empty world. You wouldn't get it. No, I think I get it just fine. There are plenty of blighters out there who just don't get it if you talk nicely. They'd only start empathizing with the likes of me after they get a couple of bruises and scars on their faces. It gives me the urge to just wreck it all. If we ever recruit new members, I'll try excluding the educational background from the requisites. Although Heathcliff has never told us about what schools he went to, I can see where it's coming from. Still, you're going way over the line. Why, mate? I mean, yeah, I don't know. Heathcliff just doesn't listen. Even if Heathcliff turns out to be the goodest boy and he's the bestest, like, I'm gonna begrudgingly like him. I feel like he's just not an archetype that I like. He's not a, you know, he's not my bro, okay? Sorry. We'll see though. We'll see. Heathcliff just outwoked him, yeah. That is kind of funny, actually. I like that. That was a fun interaction that they had with like Faust kind of refuting what the guy was saying in a very methodical kind of logical way and just being like, you're fucking stupid. And then Heathcliff saying it from a much more like empathetic place, or rather, you know, like, I know what you feel like. Canto 6. We'll see, we'll see. Top 9 Cantos, so true. Well, Heathcliff is in my top 12 characters in this game so far, so. I'm doing this Canto right now, and I don't really like him much either. Not as much as the other sinners. Yeah. I think we haven't you know, we haven't given much of a reason to like him yet, I feel. He's definitely less of an asshole recently than he was at the very start, but which I like. I feel like if we're gonna be endeared to him at some point, it's nice to have a more gradual transition of he was outwardly hostile at first, and then after that he mellowed out, but not in a very like overt like, oh, I'm good now type of way. He's just less of a dick. No Dante? We don't know Dante. Dante is like a very... Dante is very like a self-insert type character. I mean, Dante has lines, but in my perception at least, Dante is written as though he's meant to be the player character. Like his dialogue and his inner thoughts and stuff read like they're meant to be the conduit for the player, basically. So I feel like he doesn't have much of a character to speak of, you know? Oh, that's not true. That's not true. That's not... Okay. There have been a couple of times where he's shown a little bit, or they've shown a little bit more, like... They haven't been, you know, just a self-insert, I guess. Is there a way to see stats? Are there like battle stats or anything like that? I feel like it would be cool to know like who dealt the most damage and who, like, what happened, etc., etc. Yes, okay. Oh, there they are. Oh my god, look at that. Nah, Ryoshu is still clearing, holy shit. But Sinclair is kinda... Okay, okay. How do YouTubers scream? How do they do it? You know, whenever I stream, I speak a little bit louder, just so that, you know, you can hear me clearer, and so that I have the energy. But like, when I get too loud or when I speak too loud over a certain period of time, my head starts hurting. Like you know, it is like I'm exerting my fucking energy. And sometimes I tune into a streamer that I don't normally watch, but like there'll be some, you know, some popular whatever they're streaming, and they are like loud, bro. And I'm like, how are you streaming for like 6 hours and you're able to do this? It's crazy. Maybe it's just the heat getting to me. I'm not a big fan of summer. Don't touch her defensive skill whatsoever? Oh, right. I see. Wait, does it kill her entire team or only the spiders? The spiders. Oh my god. It's just like Hunter x Hunter. Oh my god. I see. Did you call? That man who keeps clinging to us, claiming to be your friend. What's the relationship? As can be seen, the tie has long been severed. Hello, hello.
I don't like butting in, and I hate speaking for long even more. But I'm telling you this since the smile of that ignorance-feigning scoundrel Dongrang is detestable. That one desk, one that was even more disgusting than the others because it was clean and empty. The name tag below it had your name. He was planning to give Yi-sang that position all along? You think he's trying to headhunt him? That's supposedly a violation of moral principles between firms or something like that, isn't it? Baffled. What's that supposed to be an acronym for? It's not. I'm just baffled. Orange hair. You say you used to work on a ship for a long while. I'm sorry. As a fixer? You have serious delusions about wings and firms. Did you dump your common sense into the Great Lake as chum? Bringing up morality in the world we live in. Pretty amusing for a joke. Headhunting and changing jobs between firms are done based on interests and efficiency. So you're a hillbilly in your own language, eh? Or should I say boat billy? Hilarious. Even if that was the case, this really is strange. He's not taking Yi-sang's thoughts into account at all. Pay it no heed. Thoughts are rather meager things. I'm quite used to the life of being taxidermied. Are you sure you don't mind? Yi-sang, when you joined the company... No, actually, didn't all of us receive the same offer? The job offer. In my case, I was promised I'd get my aspect carved. Whatever that means. Sure. I could barely remember a thing, but as soon as I heard that word, I nodded as if I was possessed. They acted like they knew my only choice would be to accept it. If I joined this company, when I do, the thing I wished for dearly, the thing I recited to myself every night, the thing I thought would be impossible, they promised to make it a possibility, most certainly. How thoroughly did they look into our backgrounds? Guess we had our version of wish-granting tales, just like that storybook we read earlier. In truth, even that wish was no more than a futile dream. But you weren't that desperate for it. Why'd you join then? Simply, I walked for so long that my feet hurt. A shower of rain was pouring down as well. The bus I saw then appeared rather inviting. That can't be it, can it? We all... It's enough of it. Our company rules forbid disclosing the contents of the job contract in detail. Okay. Acting all high and mighty when you're in the same boat with the rest. Foul. I love her so much, man. She's so great. I love her. Let's proceed. That's when a thought struck me. Unlike most other sinners, Yi-sang wouldn't vocalize his pain. Because of that, I would often discover his injuries late. Where has he been holding all this pain? Stop spoiling, true. I mean, in this sense, in this case, it makes sense. Sometimes they do this where a character will like say, enough, stop talking about it or whatever. But there's no real reason to stop. But here it makes sense, like they are contractually obligated not to disclose the terms. Also, yeah, Venom is the next character. Somehow.
I really thought Geo would get her turn, but nope.
불길 속으로. 이게 심장이. 잠깐.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
Yeah, it's Guilty Gear stuff.
원망도 옅어지나.
I'm doing a thing in Guilty Gear where I get every character to vanquish her. So like the highest, you know, rank or whatever.
잠깐 저리.
And I already did like a little bit over half the casts. We're probably going to be done in like a couple of months, maybe.
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가. 하지만 아직 기약은 없구려. 그렇다면 여전히 난
Oh my god, he's still yapping.
아무것도 인간.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
불길 속으로.
That's insane. Isn't Venom kind of ass? Venom is okay. He's not bad.
전부 잡아.
You can win with like every character. Unless you're playing professionally and unless your character is ABBA or Happy Chaos.
알겠어. 배워놓았어. 낮도 밤도 지 숨이 타지 배워낼
Like I think the game has never like, from my experience, Guilty Gear has never had a balance where you can't win on a character. Unless you're playing at a very high level. Some matchups are like low-key unwinnable at like a top level, but it's like you can win if you get lucky type of situation. Or like if everything goes your way.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Is it safe space to say that Chaos was an awesome top tier and really fun character and way better than any other option? So true! You're so correct about that. You have no idea. You're so right.
순순히 오라를 받을 목을 내놓으시죠.
Yeah, I saw Jack play Potemkin versus, or sorry, Chaos versus Potemkin, and it was like insane. It was so stupid. But yeah, I agree. Happy Chaos should not have gotten reworked. It was a big mistake. It's one of the worst reworks, period. Like, it's just a huge mistake in every capacity possible. Like, it's just awful.
전부 잡아드리죠.
Yeah.
알겠어.
이게 심장이. 잠깐 이게 심장이. 잠깐.
I made a whole video about that. That's actually my most popular video on my main channel, is talking about all the ways that I don't like the Happy Chaos rework. And why I dropped the character. And because he's not fun anymore, you know?
하지만
Okay, actually, Yisang is putting in the work, damn.
그렇다면 여전히 난
I'm surprised how little damage Hong Lu does, usually. Maybe I just don't get something. Better bow. What the f... Interesting. The verticality of this is really something. That's cool, actually, yeah. I was talking, I don't remember when I said this, maybe last time even. But I noticed that like a lot of the time we go underground. Like we start out somewhere a little bit higher and then we go underground into like an abandoned facility or like some cave or whatever. But yeah, we are climbing. What the fuck is that? Okay. Slash resist? Up to 7 sinners can participate. Whoa. Whoa. Gregor, my boy. And then, well, I don't really You.
출발하지.
Because remember, I have a policy of not using the support people in battle. They're there for the event currency, and that's it. Good luck. Is this gonna be hard? There's no way this is gonna be hard. Bro, come on. I'm gonna win right through this.
잘 안 보여. 저게 뭐죠?
I hope we get at least a few more crossovers. For Guilty Gear, I hope not. Don't get me wrong. Like, actually, a Limbus character as a crossover for Guilty Gear would go kind of hard. I would kind of love that. But I want new characters. I want new Guilty Gear characters that haven't been in the game. Or I want Zappa. The win rate mindset. Oh no. Alright, fine. I guess I won't use win rate. It's too dark to see. What is that?
서동 때문에 잠시 작동을 멈추게 했나
It's been
보다.
stopped for a moment because of the commotion, right?
네. 일단 침입자가
Yes, as
있었는데
intruders might come up, so
일시
Director
중단하는
Alfonso has
것은
ordered to
무슨
halt the
의미인가요?
operation for the moment.
아니 그럼
No,
안
no,
되죠.
that just won't do. The losses caused in that brief moment will be tremendous, Samjo.
그래서 저게 대체
Gosh, that
뭔데?
what is that thing?
아, 이건 말이죠.
As you see, this thing cries in our stead.
그래서
So I always look at it with gratitude and pity.
란이 말해주는
I see now. That's what Ran told me about. Translucent veil seemed to drop as she rose. And Dongbaek was looking at us. I've been wondering how, and now I know the answer. How our security was so easily breached, how we kept losing track of you, and how you kept vanishing. You had the veil. Ah, it was so simple. Why couldn't I think of it sooner? Veil? What's that supposed to be? You buggers started talking about things only you know again. Huh?
히스클리프 씨는 도시에서 살 수는 있어도 해결사 일은 못할 게 뻔하네요.
You might be able to live in the city, alright, but you clearly aren't cut out to be a fixer.
대부분의 사람들은 기술 하나
Most people will struggle to figure out or understand the source of each technology in their lives, so they give up the endeavor and simply nod along, pretending to know. It's an essential skill for making your life in the city bearable. It's an expensive singularity-based item only famous fixers, wing executives, or the richest classes could afford. Even if I asked how you got it, you won't answer me, will you?
눈앞에 이게
Is what I'm seeing the truth behind regeneration ampules? Yes, that's right. The source of the ampules you're hell-bent on destroying.
무슨 파괴한다뇨?
Destroy?
질문입니다.
Let me ask you a question. Don't you know how many lives those ampules can save?
재생 앰플은
Those regeneration ampules don't simply regenerate the body.
사람을 살리는 만큼
These tears can
죽이는
kill as easily as they can save. These tears, I think.
그러니까 이 눈물이 사람을
Are you trying to
죽인다는
suggest these
말씀입니까?
tears kill people?
이미 몇 번이나 보고도 믿지
I have nothing more to
않는
say to you if you won't believe me after seeing it happen several times already.
제가 여기 들어왔다가 나오는
Fine
순간
then,
되는
will
건가요?
you concede if I prove their safety by walking into this pool?
근거 없는 트집이나
Don't slander
사고를
Mr. Dongrang with your baseless claims. Countless people have recovered from life-threatening conditions thanks to this technology.
저도 몸소 투약받은 적이 있습니다.
I have been injected with it once myself.
다이빙하다가
My neck
부러진
broke while
적이
driving, but the
있었는데
regeneration ampule
죽기
helped
직전에
me
이
recover from the
세상에
brink of death.
불가피하게 나왔어요.
It was one of the reasons I applied for K-Corp as soon as I became an adult, but that's not the point here.
뭐 하는 거야, 삼조 씨?
He's gonna fucking die.
어렸을 때 둥지 수영 선수가 꿈이었거든요.
My childhood dream was to be a competitive swimmer in the nest. I can dive from this height no problem. Oh shit, did I say driving? Sorry.
저번엔 도시 야구 선수라며.
I thought it was being a baseball star. You're overdoing it, Samjo. You don't have to go through the trouble. It's okay, so just stay here. It's no trouble at all. You worked on the ampule yourself. Mr. Dongrang, Director Alfonso, and countless other researchers worked for years to perfect K-Corp's regeneration ampules. I could only be here because I trust this technology. I'm proud of it. I'll be back in a minute. Samjo took his glasses off and jumped in the vat containing the tears. Small bubbles rose from where he dove, but a few seconds later, no sound could be heard from the vat. Oh dear, what a bother. Samjo never knew about the unrefined tears. You could have fucking said it. You could have like, you had plenty of time to be like, hey, if you're gonna jump in there, it's gonna kill you. We won't be able to salvage his body, still. It's fortunate that he remained proud of us until the end. What'd you just say? Mr. Samjo was a case of success from a humble upbringing. I like that sort of person. Fellows who are hired by Wings, even though their qualifications are far below the Wings' requirements, tend to be loyal to their employees. Unrefined monster energy. The forbidden energy drink. Wasn't he a Nestborn? Right. You do know that being from the nest doesn't grant you free pass to the Wings, right? What does the unprocessed liquid do, Dongrang? The tear's function is to revert things to how they were originally. The regeneration ampules available now are a product of numerous refining processes. When a person who has lost an arm takes the ampule, they'll remember having the arm as its original state. With someone with a dent in their head takes the ampule, their head will be restored to the shape they remember to be how it originally was. What about those in the lobotomy branch who died like bugs? They were all under a trance, so to speak. By repeatedly playing the voice that says you are a bug in a sealed, otherwise silent room, the image of bugs will be instilled in the subconscious. Indeed, it becomes more effective with the step of refining and diluting it with ideas of human concepts. But when a drop of tear that lacks any kind of interpretation touches someone, it'd be reverted all the way back to the original form of humanity. The original form. Should I say it helps you go back to that state? Although it tries, it doesn't seem to be capable of making a person fully reach that state. It consequently removes pain, but well. So, are you satisfied, Dongbaek? You were right, and Samjo probably turned into the original form of humanity, or something like that in the Vat of Tears. Congratulations. Now, what do you really want? The singularity. Permanently destroying it and everything related by using the concept incinerator. Whoa. Concept incinerator, huh? You'll use it again? So, Dongbaek, let's say that you do successfully return to an age of nothingness. What comes next? Chop trees, build huts, make clothes out of leather? Is that the kind of life you want? Mourning the lost lives of trees and animals you've killed? Look, Dongbaek, with an attitude like that, you'll be nothing more than a primitive amateur. Are you really sure that's what you want? You always ask stupid questions, then and now. We decided to use vile technology as tools to get rid of their vile creators. Thus, no one can remain in the future we envision. That's why we could be free from the obsession with survival. What are you talking about? So you weren't envisioning a future, you just can't let go of the past? Both of you, stop this. I don't want old feuds repeating before my eyes. Ying-sang, Yi-sang, you look fine. You say it like you're relieved. Didn't you want him? You're right. I wanted him to die. But I'm sure he wished for the same. He wouldn't resist while it dug into his heart. It was unpleasant. Felt like I was granting your wish. I was about to say, seems to me, both of you got a few screws loose. Think pushing someone off a cliff can be justified because that person was hesitating? It's funny how Gregor is not written like Kafka at all. You know? I guess I haven't read Metamorphosis, but I've read like some bits of Kafka's writing. Again, I'm not a reader, so maybe it's in character for the guy in the book, right? But I feel like Kafka himself would be a lot more understanding, you know? Concept incinerators, I feel like, are not I don't know. They could be bad, they could be good. It depends on how they're used in the story. I'll decide later. Right now I'm like fine with it. I'm okay with that. It makes sense to like use it here. That her goal is to, you know, use it to destroy this technology. It makes it actually plausible to do the whole like anarcho-primitivist shtick without necessarily like killing everybody, you know? It's like, oh, we could just literally forget the technology. Why don't we hear from the person himself then? I have no words to say. This conversation is over then. I'm frankly glad it is. I'll take this opportunity to kill 2 of my old companions with my own hands. Umbrellas? Then I'll seize and burn the singularity. Okay. I mean, win rate, no? Seems legit. Surely. Surely it'll work out. I feel like it's a girl. But maybe not. Okay, the next stage I see him. Oh, he sang. Whoops. Okay, it seems like I can just do win rate here as well. Wait, did I even level up these? Yeah, I did, okay. I forgot if I leveled them. Because I just, you know, I mostly just use them in the mirror dungeons, so level doesn't matter as much. Or at all. Fell Bullet Yi Sang? Yes, I do. I got it from Gacha, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Is it like really good? It's just a gang jumping, yeah. We're all just ganging up on this one person. I mean, to be fair, she's like, you know, surviving for 3 turns straight. Wait, really? Is it that good? I guess, okay. I guess I should use it more often. Is it this one now? Hmm. Wait, these guys are all 31 both. I have no level up thing. Okay, well. Never mind, I guess. Sure. That's fine. 31 is perfectly fine.
깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
각혈. 긍정적인 신호다.
Chemo. What?
각혈. 긍정적인 신호다.
Okay, well, I don't know what that is. Hemoptysis? Hemoptysis, I guess? An optimistic sign. Even with the repeated training with... Oh my god! Quilifoth deterrence? Abuse of ego will still push the user's body to the limit.
방금 가지는
Will you return the golden bow now, Dongbaek?
이쪽 손님들에게
I was supposed to hand it over to my guests over here, signed in some complicated contract with several stamps, so can't go back on my words here. I forgot Marisol! You're so right. Fuck. I think I did. Shit. Wait, can I go back? Go back. Wait. No. No. Maybe when the fight begins, I can like back out of it? Okay, yeah. Proudly boasting your ignorance still.
너는 약한
And you are weak still.
로보토미사의
Even with the ego from Lobotomy Corp.
이건
This was below my expectations, Dongbaek.
그리고 아직
Besides, I haven't even introduced you to the technology I developed.
소개해 주지도
I know. Why don't we hold our first conference in a while? The daily audiovisual feed has been sent. Uh-oh.
그러니까
So tell me, Dongbaek,
너의 절망은
how much bigger can your despair grow?
이게 무슨 소리예요?
What's up with the sound? Is that the footage from those drones filmed while we were fighting the abnormality on the street?
네가 보냈던 협박 메일은
I read the threat you sent, Dongbaek.
내가 TV
Said you'll release an abnormality on the streets if I don't speak about the singularity.
옛날부터
I know you were always fond of radical events, but I didn't think you'd actually do it.
물론
Of course, it produced a lot more tears, all thanks to you.
덕분이야.
I wasn't planning to release it. It escaped. You ignored my warning.
거기서 내가 반응을 한다면
If I responded there, that'd mean admitting that our lab had been experimenting on abnormalities arbitrarily.
때마침 우리
Thank goodness our contractors happened to be near the nest when it happened.
저희가 탈출한 환상체와 만날 거라는
So it was all part of a plan to have us run into the breached abnormality? It was closer to an experiment than a plan. The possibility of failure was kept in mind, but I had evidence to trust that you'd make it through.
전 생각보다
I've been keeping an eye on you for longer than you might think.
말했잖아요.
I told you, didn't I?
팬이라.
I'm a fan of yours.
아니지 싱클레어.
No, Sinclair. It's always been the other way around.
쥐는 건 나.
I'm the one who grips.
이때도 기록적인 눈물 수치를 기록.
We generated record tears that time as well. It played a significant part in securing the award, I might add.
말을 섞
The employees of a certain department in a corp weren't the best people to talk with, but I was able to procure a fresh audiovisual feed thanks to them. That means the reason N Corp could get away with such cruelties in a residential area in Nest K was...
이것이 거래였군.
This is what the deal entailed.
누가 그랬던
I think I remember a certain fellow saying this.
영지 형의
While brother Young G's glass window
한낱 나같이 성.
was innovative, it was simply too vast to freely wield, especially for a coarse man like me.
아,
Dongbaek, was it you?
지금
Just, are you...
눈물은 흘려도 흘려도
There just were never enough
그래도
tears.
그렇게
I mean, look around you.
주위를 둘러보면
You see how many people are suffering here.
그러니까
So they'll be doing the crying for us,
눈을 감을 겨를도 없이
with no time to shut their eyes.
영지 형의 기술에 살짝의 변형만 가한 것뿐이야.
I only made minor modifications to brother Youngji's work.
어떠한 가능성도
I wanted to show a reflection of any possibility in its unvarnished image.
그래서 나는
That is why I'm considering the name for it, Mirror.
난 이것이
I wish that this will serve as a tool of entertainment, giving us more joy. Is this why I haven't been able to see you lately, to discover this? Dongrang, why are you laughing like that? Just funny that you're talking so ferociously when your eyes are full of curious twinkles. Yisang, will you tell him to shut it? Why don't you hide your astonishment of a child who's tried ice cream for the first time on your face first?
웃음을 참지 못하는 입, 놀라움에 터지는 탄성, 서로를 향한 웃음, 별보다 반짝이는 눈동자, 모두가 느끼고 있던 순수한 그저 이 모든 게 놀이가 되길 바랬던. 조용히 있어.
Be quiet.
그대는 그저
You will simply live on as you are, as if you know nothing. The glass window wasn't made for this kind of wicked degeneracy. We're having an important moment. Please mind your language. And I know what you're saying. Brother Youngji would have scolded me for this. But did you know, though? We're no longer in the time when we used to cheer over toy-like inventions. The applause won't be as loud with how few of us that remain now, with the few of us. You're just struggling to let go, isn't that right? You give your grand speeches about the evil of technology, but that's no more than a pretext you made up on the way as a means to garner support, to reach your true goal. You claim to fight the vile technology, but you yourself are being plenty vile. When your group took over the lobotomy branch facility, where I just happened to be conducting my research, you probably told your followers that it was to investigate the singularity, but in reality, you figured out that you could find pieces of technology you could use as weapons, didn't you? Like ego. I wonder who gave you all that precious information. Shren couldn't have known that. How about a game of 20 questions? Will you tell me that way? Don't talk like you know everything. That attitude of yours always annoyed me. Then let me act like I know about just one more thing. When we peeked through Brother Youngji's glass window, and when we got a glimpse of worlds reflected in Yisang's mirror, we felt the euphoria and schism we would never be able to recover from. Since the moment the glass window was made, all sorts of interest groups came knocking on the door. Right. While we may think that we left the league of our own volition, we all know what actually happened. We were actually just torn apart and scattered away. And that the reason for it came from the inside. Dongbaek, even if you put my work in the concept incinerator, we won't be able to go back to those innocent times, you know that, right? Even though you're aware, you still can't give up your obsession. Now I get it. If someone were to discover the incinerated technologies again, other nameless fellows with other dreams would feel the same euphoria we once felt. That's what you wanted to happen. Since we can't return to the past ourselves, you were going to recreate the past for coming generations. What a cute and unique idea. Dongbaek muttered into emptiness. It was as though she was talking to someone. I'll bury it deep in the sand, hide them. That kind of looks like the Yisang idea I have. My pronunciation kind of flows. For someone to find someday. We didn't discover the technologies because we were better or had exclusive rights to. You may be right. I fooled everyone, including myself, into working for my own goals. It was the land we tilled that was fertile. That's disheartening to hear. Are you going to discredit all our efforts that went into plowing the soil, missing out on sites of flowers? Back then, we were naive amateurs, and the past you refuse to forget is just a fleeting moment seen through rose-tinted glasses. Did your colleagues who give their lives to the cause know this, though? That the cause you exclaimed was only as
화공에 떠 있는 뜬구름이었다.
Specuous banner to lure people with. That it was as vain as a cloud in the sky.
아니. 하지만 이제야
I'm finally
나를
seeing myself
제대로
better
알겠어.
now, which is why I should plant the sprout and cover it with dirt with my own hands, isn't that right?
봉우리는 저물
The bud has fallen and our fruit has long since withered.
다시 흙을
It must be covered with dirt again. Let other fruits be born.
이봐. 저대로 놔둬도 괜찮은 거야?
Is it really okay to let her be? You know, your mind doesn't work right when you're using ego.
너 일부러
Now, hold on. Are you doing this on purpose? Taunt her as much as you can? And wait for her to tire herself out.
우리가 없을
Back to the innocent
그
times.
시절.
Now without us. Innocence.
순수라는
No words are as embarrassing as that.
야, 정신 차려. 역시.
No one can shake your mind like I do, then and now, isn't that right?
아니,
No.
난 그 언제보다
I feel like my mind is blooming wider than ever.
나는 언제나
I've always wished to be a bud,
봉우리고
soon to
싶었어.
burst into bloom,
가득
shrouded in scent all over the body.
이것이
Even if this is my own heart-wrenching path, understood by no one,
막 떨어진 꽃잎과도 같은
I'll
진한
still leave
피부를
behind a morrow,
다음에
strong and
남길 거야.
fertile, like fallen petals. Oh shit. Well, I mean, surely I'll be okay. You know? Sure, it's okay. Fuck Marisol! True. Sorry. I got cooked. It's fine. It works. Whoops.
아이고, 또 놓쳐버렸네요.
Ah, what a horrible loss. How will I
다른
cope?
날개 구역에서 너무 오래
Okay, there we go.
시간을 순 없고, 더 손해 보기 전에 이만 철수할까요? 여기
이번에 읽어준
All that for an extra,
이것.
I don't know how much, actually. Like a little bit of currency. It matters. It matters. Okay. I mean, we are winning this for sure, right? 60% does matter, yeah.
이 순간이 다하도록 되어내리라.
It's like what? An extra 12 currency?
낮도 밤도 지
That's something.
손이 다하도록 되어내리라.
For free?
떼어내주지.
무아몽중.
I don't think I'll lose, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say. I'm very skeptical that I'll lose this. It feels pretty like I'm doing fine, you know?
일속으로.
이 순간이 다하도록 되어내리라.
I'll be very surprised if I lose. Or even if I, like, struggle much. Just end Corp Dawn, yeah. She's tagging along. I mean, she kind of fits a little bit with Sinclair and Faust and stuff. She does nails as well, you know? She fits in. She's one of the boys. Kinda, a little bit.
아비규환.
Uh-oh. What the fuck does that mean? That is beautiful. Soon to bloom flower. Inflict blooming. What the Takes a lot of damage to account max HP and become fully bloomed.
Right. Okay. Okay, I just want to check that they're all, like, they're attacking all of them and not just, like, skipping over them to attack her. This is fine.
전부 잡아드리죠.
Domain expansion, yeah. That's cool. I like it, I like it.
순수목을 내놓으시죠. 영원히 잠.
We've already been to Malevolent Kitchen or whatever in the intervalo.
이기 심장이 잠깐처리 됐기.
I mean, honestly, even if I didn't read that, I feel like I would be fine, you know?
감내해야 할 고통.
I only read it just to make sure that, like, I understand what's happening, just in case, you know? But, like, because I'm winning all these clashes, it feels like I don't really... I feel like I'll be okay. I'm thinking of using Rashu's ego, just for funsies. What does this do? I can't read that fast. Okay, whatever. My fault. Oh shit, we need right. I can't even do anything. My bad, my fault. Never mind. Whoops. I guess we're not doing that yet.
전부
Could do it later in the fight,
태어날수록
if need be.
다 죽어라.
흙에서 흙으로
슬픈 눈빛 헉 좋구려.
Damn. Don Quixote losing. Who would have thought? Oh, what the? Oh! They're like encased in a. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. That's cool. Wait, real? Okay. No! No! No way. That's fine, whatever. It's okay.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
I'm so used to having like a billion ego resources just because of the mirror dungeons. So not having them and not being able to do the egos feels so weird.
또한 용서할 테니.
너희들 확실히 멸할.
Oh, he didn't even... Wow. Didn't even get him.
그려낸
격정의 마음을 모방하겠어.
Jesus Christ.
낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 뿐.
Okay, they're going kind of hard on Sinclair there. It's like they want him to die. Right. What? What happened? Fuck, I should have read. Oh no. Uh-oh. What happened? I mean, okay. Oh. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, fuck, I like, who cares? Really? It's fine, actually. Not even barely an inconvenience, really. Oh, look at that, it's fell bullet. Should I do it right now? Or is there no point? Is it fine if I don't do it? Okay. Well,
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지.
oh my god. Sure. It would be funny. Well, if it, okay, that's compelling though. If it would be funny, maybe I should do it. How funny would it be?
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지. 여덟. 앞으로 하나.
Well, I mean, that I'm assuming this is it, right? That's it.
완료.
순순히.
I'm guessing I would be fucked if I couldn't kill her in time.
이렇게 생각하는
There.
게 어때?
Right? Like if I, you know, if I didn't do enough damage or something like that. In that phase of the fight. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That was like fairly easy. Yeah. I think I'm just, yeah, again, I think I'm just getting carried by the team. Why don't we look at it this way?
렌사에
Did you know that a new League of Nine has been formed in Encorp?
거기서
They seem to be recruiting the old members and their technologies, similar to what you tried to do. Are there actually spoilers in YouTube chat? I looked over for like a half a second and I didn't see. I
오히려 그때를
might need more mods. Uh-oh. It looks like they're trying to erase the past, rather. This is purely conjecture, but we're all doomed to die at the hands of our dear fellow Gubo and taxidermied,
그 친구에게 차례차례
and be taxidermied one after another.
박제당할 목숨이야. 내가 지금 그 순간을 앞당겼을 뿐이지.
All I did was bring that predetermined death a bit earlier.
그리고
Besides, we've gone too far for our past friendship to forgive, Dongbaek.
다
I was looking forward to the staff dinner tomorrow. I really was. Come on, then. It's time you ceased the bloom, Dongbaek. With a golden bow in hand, Dongrang stabs Dongbaek without hesitation.
왜?
But why? I could state many reasons, but
많은 이유를
right.
설명할 수 있지만
Let's say this is my parting act of compassion. I knew I'd have to wilt when the time came, but I always wished to be a bud, soon to bloom, bearing the scent within. Like you, Hisang, how you dreamed of flying. I just wanted to be buried under a piquant scent of flowers with you all.
새로운 사료가 추가되었습니다.
New feed has been added. Thank you, Hisang, for showing me such a moment. I would dedicate my entire life to repay you for this favor.
나랑
Hisang, what say you to setting up a lab with me?
I get the feeling every day spent with you will be a fun one. Unlike me, you attempted to reflect the true image in all its uprightness. The images don't overlap, they aren't blurry or shaky. Isang, you're too lax. Why on earth would you leave it as a plaything when it can be so much more?
가만히,
Be still.
그냥 가만히 숨만 쉬는 거야.
Just be still and do nothing more than breathe.
지금은
For
그렇게
now,
생각해.
that's how you must live.
너는
You cannot fly. The league has fallen apart. We have to leave this place. Isang, you will come with me. You can close your eyes if you so wish, since you're too faint-hearted. I'll see ahead if you in your stead.
무슨 생각을 하고 있어?
What are you thinking?
아무것도.
Nothing.
그리고 묘혈의 향기가
And the scent of the grave was in full bloom.
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가? 하지만 아직 기약은 없구려.
I really like the imagery.
아무것도 인가.
Nothing. Right. Bum bum. Nothing makes me think of that One Piece thing.
아,
I
그리하여
think the link was just a polycule. Yeah, for sure. Dude, 100%. Hello, hello. Oh, I see the name of the next roadblock boss. I see. Yeah, I would prefer not to know. I should. Can I do this right now? I dub thee no, sorry. Do you wish to be a moderator? Okay. Guilty Gear person.
여전히 난 아무것도.
Am I still a nothing? As the intense golden glow fades, the space begins to twist and morph.
황금 가지가 이런
Did the
힘까지
golden bow have the
가지고
power to do
있다고?
this? I don't think we've even entered the fathoms of ego yet. Was it capable of warping the real world?
바꿀 정도였나요?
Oh no, not you. Sorry. I didn't mean you. I do remember like BlazBlue, but there's another person with a Happy Chaos profile picture. Yeah. No worries. Okay, cool. There you go. You are now knighted. Don't abuse your powers too much, please. It's okay if like, you know, don't like ban people and shit, but if something is a spoiler, remove it, you know? Only ban people if somebody's like being a total piece of shit. Like I want there to be relatively lax rules, you know? If somebody's like intentionally being like really shitty. But yeah. Have you been enjoying the story so far? I've been really enjoying it, especially since Canto 3 up until now has been all really good. The intervallo was kind of okay. It was kind of just whatever. We got a few more kind of world building things that I liked. But the story itself wasn't super gripping because it was like a side story sort of. It was done in a way that wasn't too bad though. It felt like good filler, you know? It felt like decent filler. Yeah. But Canto 3 and 4 are both really, really good so far. Although, so far, Canto 4 is like... It hasn't surpassed 3, necessarily. They're just kind of sharing the same, you know, pedestal. Both pretty good. I like them.
Okay. Excitement or questions over matters related to the golden bows have little meaning. To you and to Faust, all of us would be the very first witnesses to what is happening before our eyes. It would be statistically sound to assume that we will continue to witness previously unseen events in the future. I'd be so annoyed by that response. I suppose you're right. I mean, look at that. Unable to properly articulate her words any further, Ishmael pointed a finger instead. Even the dead are coming back. Oh Lord. Bodies that have been devoid of life for a while begin to rise. Their organs or bodily parts were severely damaged. This can only be described as resurrection. I've seen some stuff, but bringing people back from the dead sounds too implausible. Right. Okay, sure. Do you need supports? No. I don't use supports aside from to get event currency. Yeah. It's unlikely that there was absolutely no technology, but thank you for the offer. Absolutely no technology or singularity capable of complete revival at some point. However, if such technology did exist, I, for one, haven't heard of it once, even during war. That can only mean it's not a kind of technology allowed to prosper in the city. If I had to guess, the head might. Indeed, it may well be an act of taboo as established by the head. It's completely different from Limbus Company's case, where we can experience revival by synchronizing with Dante. It's different and wrong. Theirs is not a complete restoration, unlike our case. They're merely animated. That is all. They appear to lack consciousness and reason. I just remembered that I could put links in descriptions of the streams now. Holy shit. I remembered because you said earlier that you found the stream and stuff. I forgot that I could put links now. They actually allow me now. Amazing. Different and wrong. Yeah, Dongbaek went, like, the fight went by relatively easily, but it is what it is. It's fine. Not a big deal. I don't remember the music from Cromer's stage. Sorry. Or from the fight and the different stages. I'll go back to revisit the music at some point in the future, but also, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna finish the Canto. I think, like, I'm gonna go until the dungeon, and then when the dungeon is gonna be its own thing, probably. How many nodes are there? 50 something? So we're pretty close. Seems that way. In other words, I guess it would only count as taboo if both the mind and body are recovered. 54, okay. Yeah, we're close. Oh my god. Yeah. We're gonna do the entire dungeon next week. Back to win rate, Slav. Yep. Precisely. Hey, listen, it gives me time to relax, to yap a little bit. You know, I press the button and I wait for a while and I get to just talk about random stuff, whatever I want. Come and find me, gang. Okay. It'll be a while until I'm in Canto 5, but we'll get there. New banner Gamba next stream? Maybe. If I like the IDs that I see, if I think they're cool. At this point, I've saved up quite a lot, actually. Not a lot, but, like, you know, a decent amount. It's not bad, right? So Maybe, maybe. Maybe I'll wait to do the polls until I see what's in the banner after it. I see the preview. Whoops. Okay.
이번에 읽어줄 동화책은
Yeah, I know it's Rhodey and Heathcliff, but I'll have to judge for myself. I probably won't want Heathcliff, but if Rhodey is cool, then maybe. I'll think about it. Think about it. When I took a closer look at the revived foes after the battle, I could see a liquid of familiar hue flowing from their eyes. Dante, do you feel the golden bow's presence nearby? Last time I saw, the golden bow was lodged into Dongbaek's body. Can't find her corpse anywhere. Must have been moved away when the space twisted. But it can't be too far away. I'm sure of it. I can feel it. I don't see Dongrang either. He's likely to be in the same location as the deceased Dongbaek. Until now, we've experienced the fathoms of ego at the same time. I guess it's thanks to Dante's particular affinity, if that makes sense. What are you talking about? Affinity? Do you mean the chains binding us? Yeah, this is one of their influences, right? Then what will happen if someone like Dongrang gets to the fathoms? Fret not, for we shall find out from now on. True. Let us vanquish the foes ahead for now. Okay. I wish I had her energy, dude. Oh my god. If I woke up and I actually felt like her, I think I'd be like a happier individual overall. She's so motivated to vanquish foes and shit. Hold on, I'll be right back. Give me a second. Okay, important mail came in the mail. Hell yeah! Oh my god, I'm so happy. Actually, you guys have no clue. Okay. The one who grips. She seems okay, yeah. She's fine. The music to this is actually really nice. I like this. It's a vibe. Okay. Even here they are doing like fights that you can What is that? Oh my god. That's sick. I really like these illustrations. They have like a very distinct, like they do a very good job of being like just background art, but they're also so striking because of the like limited color palette and the like very sharp kind of distinction between like the blacks and the colors and stuff. And yeah, it's cool. I have to oh my god, I have to refill again. Jesus Christ. We used 4 boxes today. Jeez. That's actually very unfortunate because I'm really close to getting a level here. Damn. That's okay.
최종의 원칙은 이것으로.
Nah, we'll use the box. It's fine.
불길 속으로.
Oh shit, it's the green cyberpunk people. How do you have so many modules? Because I don't play the game. Because I don't grind the game. I play the story once a week, and I just collect the modules every other day. Or not every other, but like every day I log in to collect the modules. And then I do the mirror dungeons. Sometimes. And that's it. Just very conservative, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I want to do the filler stages on stream, like, at all. I feel like it's fine if I skip over that.
낮도 밤도 지나 숨을 다하도록 베어낼
전부 잡아드리죠.
Will the boss in the dungeon be harder than Dongbaek?
이게 심장이
Oh, okay.
잠깐 좀.
I see, okay. Damn. Especially if you read. That's scary. I don't know. She's putting in work. Okay, that's the dungeon. Okay. Wait, we can use supports. Can we use supports in dungeons still? Okay, that's good. That's good. Extra currency. All right. Well, I'm getting this. I'm getting this, thank you. Another one, thank you. Thank you. Honestly, I feel I don't care about these, I think. I think I'm fine without them. I'll need thread, I think, for like, yeah, for when I get new IDs and I want to upgrade. I guess thread is good. Sure. I'll get thread. Okay. And then after that, I'll save up for the tickets and such. Oh yeah, I can do, I can uptight egos. I forgot that that's the thing that you can do. Somehow, in some way. There we go, yeah. Okay, wait. Does thread spinning it, like, do the passives of egos apply only after you do the ego, or do they apply if you just have the ego equipped? I forgot. Only after you do, man. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. Well, if I pulled on the Walpurgis banner, will I get spoiled? Like, are any of those ideas spoilers or anything like that? Like very outward spoilers? I guess technically I got, you know, the first ID that I pulled in this game is like full of spoilers supposedly, but most ego are used only for passives anyway. There's spoilers for other games? Ah, that's interesting. That is interesting. Also, yeah, I think the game is awesome. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. Yeah, it's really cool. So far, my favorite is definitely like Canto 4 and 3 are really nice. Especially Canto 3 was cool, but it got a lot more interesting towards the end. Also, I am illiterate and silly. Because in Canto 3, there appears a character called Damien, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? It's literally Damien, the name of the book that Sinclair is based on. Oh my god! Like I didn't clock that at all. Or Damien, or I don't know how to like, yeah, whatever. Damien. Yeah. So when will you gamble? Well, you know, if I see Rhodia's ID and I fall in love with it, then maybe. Actually, okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's watch the trailer. Let's watch the fucking trailer. Let's watch it. Let's just watch it. Where is that? Oh my god, it's loud. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Oh wait, it doesn't have chat. Okay, there's not going to be a chat. Whoops. Oh wait, no, there is. There is a chat. How? Wait, what? What? Oh, there is a chat. Oh my god. I see. Hello. Yeah, I'm not, you know, for most of the IDs, I don't read the in-combat dialogue either, but... Okay. Let me actually mute Limbus Company for me so that I don't hear clashing audio.
Limbus Company.
흉내일 뿐이라고 해도 상관없어.
Oh my god.
Limbus Company.
흉내일 뿐이라고 해도 상관없어. 애초에 강해지고 싶어서 팔레르무로 단련하고 있는 것도 아니니까.
Okay.
스승님이 지지라면 짓고 물라면 물 수 있는 사냥개.
Okay, he looks kind of stylish.
시킨 대로 해낼 수 있으면.
Not my type necessarily, but cool. I like the sword effects.
내가 말했잖아.
It's a little bit Attack on Titan swords
팔레르무의 가속을 따라.
that look like construction knives or whatever.
안 되면 만 번을 반복했어.
Mm-hmm.
상대가 당신이라면 적어도 지진 않아. 도망치거나 죽이거나.
The fits themselves are not my style, but the VFX are really cool. Actually, I like it.
일단 습격을 막아내고 난 뒤에 지쳤을 때가 낫지 않나? 그래. 팔레르무 일단 지금은 스승님을 도와서 시합 완료. 나를 향한 매질과 모든 조롱, 멸시는 견딜 수 있었어. 그만이었으니까. 그럼에도 스승님을 죽여야겠다고 모든
하나님이 기다릴 만큼 기다렸어. 이제야 좀 이 개 같은 추위에서
This is cool. I like this animation that is on a bunch of them on the spiders.
벗어나나 싶더니 고작 그 새끼 하나 때문에 티켓이 백지 쪼가리가 됐다고? Oh, they're a double band. Okay.
Damn it. They are cool, but they're not. Okay, no. I don't think I'm going to pull for them. I don't think so. It's Rhodey and Heathcliff, my two least favorite members of the team. Nah. I can't. They're cool, and I think if these were IDs for like somebody that I liked more, like Otis or something, maybe I would probably pull. But as it is, I'll probably save for next banner and see what that's all about. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. What? In 3 weeks. Yeah. As far as I understand, sorry. As far as I understand, the banners are every 2 weeks. Sorry, I just read, I love watching my favorite reaction streamer. Yeah. Dude, listen, honestly, if I had a face cam, I would farm it. You know what? I think I would farm it. I think I would be a reaction streamer. I would do it. People love that, man. I'm like, I would do it, but no face. Yeah, react Andy. I'll react Andy, and you'll have to discern my facial expressions from my voice only. Okay? Maybe I'll turn on the hand cam or whatever, or something, and I'll emote with my hands, and I'll be like, "Oh my god!" Wait, no, hold on. Okay, the camera is not like configured properly right now, but hold on. You will not see shit, actually. Like anything. You will see nothing. Will it even turn on? Oh god. Oh my, whoa! Whoa, that's such a cool idea. You can't see anything. It's so dark. Whoa! Oh my god, guys, I'm grabbing my head right now. Alright, anyway. Yeah, someday. Maybe I'll, I'll get 10 million money and get like a commission a VTuber with realistic facial expressions. Anyway, okay, sorry, I've been yapping. Next stream, next Saturday, we're gonna do I'm gonna do the mirror dungeons as normal in between the stuff. I wonder if I will save up enough for the special tickets and all that stuff from the events. I will do the skipped stages as well to get the currency event, like, you know, event currency, lunacy, everything. So yeah, next week we're gonna do the dungeon. I might make a video on Canto 4. I'll think about it if I feel like I have enough to say, and also if I don't get lazy. And then the week after that, we'll do whatever's next. Yeah. And I'll pull for not the next banner, but probably the banner after it. Probably. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. I like this game. Cool. See y'all later. Bye-bye.